What's going on, guys? Crazy action going on in the SPY. Good morning, everyone. Monarchy, Rights Crispy, what's up? Jerry, Dwayne, Keshra, what's going on, guys? Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Let's see what's going on out here right now. SPY, huge gap down today on the SPY, guys. Like, look at this. Let's get rid of all these lines, clean it up. Look at the SPY. Overnight futures were crazy. Sorry, had to sneeze there. Good morning, Jackie. Jose, what's up? So guys, yeah, overnight last night I haven't traded futures in a while. I used to have I had a futures account over at Ninja Trader for a while, and then I had some at Optimus. And last night I was like, man, I wish I still had my futures account. I want to go trade some futures last night. And I forgot that my Charles Schwab account is approved for futures. And I've traded futures on it before, but it's been a long time. I haven't traded on it since 2020 for futures. But by the time I remembered that, it was a little bit too late already. Futures were down too much and not bouncing, just really choppy. So I had to let it go. But man, what a missed opportunity last night. Could have traded some futures, made a bundle. But today is going to be interesting because look at the SPYs move all the way down to 410. You know, we thought we would see the SPY down here by the summertime. That's what we initially had thought. 415, 410, you know, by the summertime. But yesterday we had so much weakness. We came all the way down yesterday to 421.35. And then today we had that nasty gap down. Look at that. That's crazy. Yesterday we just traded Tesla in chat. We caught a nice little trade in the morning on Tesla. Let's see here. We caught a little bit of this action here with the little retest of the lows right there. Made a few bucks on him on some put options. But man, this weakness that we're seeing today, no one expected that. But definitely going to be an exciting day. So let's get ready here. If you have some tickers you want me to start taking a look at, you can throw them up in chat. I'm going to start putting out a quick little tweet here, let everybody know we're live. And we'll get to work. Give me 1 second here. All right, guys, give me those tickers you want me to take a look at for you. We'll start bringing them up on the charts and seeing what's going on there. Twitter, all right, we'll jump on that one. Morning, investors. All right, some of the stocks making the biggest moves so far, according to CNBC here. SeaWorld, theme park operator, earned 92 cents per share for its last quarter, well above 29-cent consensus estimates. BABA, the China-based e-commerce giant, fell 2.5% in pre-market trading after it reported its lowest ever growth in quarterly revenue since going public in 2014. Sales fell below analyst forecasts as competition intensified. However, its quarterly earnings beat estimates. Wayfair, the home furnishing retailer, said 9.5% of its furnishing retailer slid 9.5% in pre-market after posting a wider than expected quarterly loss. Norwegian Cruise Line The cruise line operator shares fell 7% in pre-market trading after reports of quarterly loss that was wider than anticipated. Papa John's, the pizza chain, report better than expected profits and revenue for its last quarter as profit margins improved even in the face of increased costs. Papa John's did not provide a 2022 guidance due to uncertain related. Oh man, that's crazy. Normally in these type of environments, you see pizza, places actually do very well because pizza, everybody likes it for the most part. It tastes good, it's filling, and it's not overly expensive. So in the past, we've seen pizza places do very well in really bad environments, but they did not put forth any 22 guidance. So that's not really that great. That's crazy. This thing was at $28. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, eBay. eBay came in 6 cents above estimates with quarterly earnings of $1.05 per share, with the e-commerce company revenue was in line with forecasts. However, the stock is under pressure after eBay forecasts weaker than expected current quarter results. eBay lost 8.4% in pre-market. All right. So Twitter, let's go ahead and check on that one for you. Right now you have like this $31 zone here. You can see here we came down to 32, bounced off of it. Now we're at 31. I don't think you really have some good strong support until 28. 28, 29, support there, and back here. And then you obviously have this little area back here where we pierced through it but regained it. And that's about it. That looks like the better area for Twitter, that $28 zone right now. What's that? Okay, so Tesla, IMPP, DWAC. All right, let's go take a look at those. Okay, so let's look at some news bulletins here, some bullet points. Russia launched an unprecedented invasion of its neighbor Ukraine in the early hours Thursday morning. Russian dictator Vladimir Putin issued a chilling warning. It doesn't say dictator, it says president, but that's false. It should say dictator. A chilling warning to the West, saying any country which tried to interfere would face immediate consequences. U.S., Europe, Ukrainian officials have condemned the attack, with Ukraine's foreign minister calling for heavy sanctions against Moscow. Yes. Because when people throw bullets at you, you throw sanctions at them. All right. That's going to work. All right. So let's see. Okay. So the military assault on Ukraine appears to be taking place both on the ground and by air, with preliminary reports of the first casualties coming from officials in the country. Explosions have been heard in the cities of Kyiv, Odessa, and I'm not even going to pronounce these last two. And there are incoming reports of fighting and fatalities in other parts of the country. Russia began attacking various positions across the country early Thursday local time after Russian dictator Vladimir Putin announced that Russia would carry out a special military operation in Ukraine. Its goal, Putin said, was what he called the demilitarization of Ukraine. He said Russia's plans do not include the occupation of Ukrainian territory, saying we are not going to impose anything on anyone by force. What? Are we living in the same world? There's little evidence of military aggression from Ukraine, and Russia claims to the contrary, are seen by many as a pretext for justifying an invasion. On Twitter on Thursday, Ukrainian president called for an immediate end to Putin's war against the world and said, "We are building an anti-Putin coalition," without elaborating further. Man, it is just words at this point. He also called for immediate sanctions on Russia as well as defense and financial support, saying that the world must force Russia into peace. Well, I can tell you right now, sanctions ain't going to do it. So today, let's see, we'll jump into the SPY in a minute. Let me go through these other tickers. So we already know what's happening here. We got Russia on full-on mode invading Ukraine. You have reports here of attacks, ground force and air. So at this point here, that's full-on invasion. So it's gonna start getting crazy because we're gonna start seeing, the news cycle press on more. New areas getting hit, more casualties. Soon they'll probably start having casualty counts and stuff like that. So it depends now as far as like the overall market. At the beginning it was all, oh, Russia's going to invade. Oh, no, we're not. Yes, we are. And then the market was teeter-tottering with that. Now we got full-on invasion. Last night in the overnight future session, we had an 800-point drop. And now we know the invasion happened. So how will the market react? That's going to be an important thing to look at, because we already have certainty, and we know that what the market doesn't like uncertainty. There could still be some uncertainty left in here, so we might see some more volatility before maybe some sort of bounce. And we'll jump into the SPY in a few, and we'll look at some levels on the SPY, try to identify where there could be some support there, and go from there. So let me get through your tickers, and then we'll do that. So Tesla, Jose says Tesla. Let's go look at that one real quick. Well, what's going on with Tesla? What's going on with everything? Everything's gapping down, crazy week. Right here, you see that you have this $700 zone, previous resistance here. Look at all the structural resistance here. Then you have a little bit of support temporarily at that $700 zone. Then you have what? More resistance right there. And then now we're right at that level. So we're gapping down to a major potential support zone. If it holds, great. You might see a bounce back up into yesterday's lows, probably. Yesterday's lows up here, 761. So that's plenty. That's plenty of room. If that level holds. If that level cracks on Tesla, then at that point you do have more room to the downside, obviously. And that room could take you down here towards the 650-ish area, which is a low right in here. A little bit of structure back here and a little bit of resistance back here. See it right here? So if 700 holds, you got room to yesterday's lows, which yesterday's lows were, what were they again? 760. And I'm going to start writing this one down because Tesla is definitely going on the watch list. So let's go. So Tesla watching for the 700 area to hold support. Has room back to 760 area or 700 breakdown. New resistance becomes new resistance. Has room to fall to the 650 area. Okay, so that's what I'll be watching on Tesla, guys. So that's what I would be watching on Tesla there. What was the next one you have out there? IMPP. Energy stocks are going to be popping here. They have been now since the week started. And, this one's no surprise here to get this kind of move here after selling off yesterday, simply because with the price of crude now starting to make a big move, you're going to start to see a lot of these energy stocks make moves. Good ones will continue growing throughout the year. Crappy ones will probably come back down to reality. You have this previous support here at $1.90 to $2 zone. Where have we found resistance so far in pre-market? Remember, this is your pre-market candle right here, as if it were like a regular daily candle. We found resistance right in front of that level. See? Right in front of that level, we found resistance. So that's going to be the level to watch on IMPP for a break and hold, if it can. If it can break and hold that level and start to hold $2 as support, you have room. You have room to friggin' $3 basically right here. And then you have room over that to 345. And this one can definitely make it on the watch list. So IMPP, watching for the $2 area to break and hold as support, has room potentially to 345 area. All right, so we got that one down. Yeah, today's going to be a day with a lot of stuff on watch. All right, what else do you guys have? DWAC. Yeah, DWAC's been holding. I mean, we drew this channel out. We've had these lines drawn forever. We've had this channel out here for a while now. Let's see, we drew this line on the 23rd. We redrew this line on the 23rd because we erased all of them yesterday and redrew them. So, see, this one was drawn on the 22nd. This one up here was drawn on the 22nd as well after we redrew them all. You're still trading in this channel. So this channel right here between 78 to 96, it's still holding. Umberto, what's up? Good morning. Dwayne, you have $32 puts on what? Yeah, Monarchy, exactly. It's not military exercises, that's for sure. All right, guys. Any other tickers you want me to look at there for you? Twitter? Yeah, we did Twitter. We did Twitter earlier when you asked. See $28, $29 area. Previous support zone. We're nearing that zone. Let's see if it can hold it. That's Twitter. AMC. AMC probably came to fruition exactly like we said. There you go. Remember we talked about breakdown under 18, hold 18 resistance, which it did right here. For a drop down to what? 16 and the 14s. Well, there you go. Boom. Now the apes will say, oh, it's because the overall market. Well, yeah, I'm sure obviously the overall market had an influence in this, but regardless, AMC is not $1,000 stock. It's not $100 stock either. Oh, my bad, man. That's what you have the puts on? Nice. Nice, nice. You're already in the money. So Lucid. Yeah, time to clean this chart up. Lucid's at an important little level here at around 21. Look at that previous support there at 21. Look at this previous support, guys, on this daily chart at 21. Resistance right back here. That's a pretty important level on Lucid. You got to watch and see if it can hold that level. If it can, great. You know, you might get a little bounce back day into maybe yesterday's lows, 24. If it cannot hold that level, then the next level to watch is going to be 17. That'll be another major support zone. Be very careful coming into the day today, guys. Talking about, oh, I'm going to get all the puts in the world. I'm going to up my size, up my risk, and I'm just buying puts at the open. Be careful. Be careful. Remember, when the stock goes up intraday or overnight, a couple 100%, what happens the next morning? Profit taking, right? It pulls back because it's up so much. People are like, oh, let me grab some profit. Can happen when you have a huge gap down the very next day. Maybe a little bounce. There could be a little bounce happen today. Maybe. Very possible, right? Because we're down so much. Now, yes, of course, the threats of the war could have a little bit more downside on it. And the SPY probably does have some more downside in it. But ask yourself, will they have that downside within the first 30 minutes to an hour of the day? It's possible, of course. But more than likely, what could happen? A bounce, right? So either way, whatever you're looking for, wait for confirmation. Don't just chase, is what I'm trying to say. If you think there's more downside, wait for confirmation to show up. If you think there's a bounce potential, wait for confirmation to show up because you could get hurt. Especially if you're coming into the day thinking, oh, I'm going to make my month today in one day. You know what I'm saying? So be really careful. All right. INDO. I think that's another energy stock, isn't it? Yeah, INDO, all these energy stocks, they're going to have potentials today. We talked about this one yesterday. It was on the watch list. We talked about it breaking through 9. We talked about it breaking through 9. I'll show you guys. Yesterday, watching for 580 area to hold support. Could have room towards 920 zone. That was yesterday. Obviously, yesterday we just chopped around all day. Today, all these energy stocks are making moves pre-market. Up over that $9 zone, push straight up here, and look at this, man, all the way to 20 bucks. It's just so far, it went so far so quickly. You'd want to watch this 1240s zone on INDO for support. INDO watching the 1240 area for potential support. Could have room to pre-market highs of mid-19s. So we got Tesla, IMPP, INDO on watch there. So we have Tesla, IMPP, INDO on watch there. Any other tickers you guys want me to take a look at for you? If you have any other tickers, throw them up in chat. We'll jump in on those. And then after that, we'll start looking at a little bit more of the news and some of the scans. Guys, do me a quick favor. We got about 30 people watching the stream, and we only got 18 likes. Help me out there. Smash that like button. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Alex, what's up? Roku, let's do it. All right, so Roku. Okay, you have clear $100 zone support potentially here. You could see it in the past. Right here. You know, right here. You see that zone holding support. Held support here. And then obviously you see a little bit of resistance temporarily right in there at that level. And if you scroll further back, you see previous support there. And a little bit of structure back here. So that's the level to watch on it. 102 to 100 on Roku. That'd be a level to watch on that one there. So yeah, that would be a level to watch on Roku. How low can the SPY go? It can go crazy low. You never know. You never know how low it can go. How low can it go today? You know, maybe we see 405, 403, maybe. It's definitely possible. We'll definitely jump into a little bit more of that on the SPY here in a few minutes as we put the final touches on some of these tickers. All right, guys. So any other tickers or any other last minute questions you want me to go through before we jump into some of the news and the scans this morning? If not, we'll start going, you know, we'll go straight away into the news and the scanners. You got J Remy. I got 35 roadblock puts worth nothing yesterday. What do you think I should have my order at? I don't understand what you mean. J Remy. I don't understand what you mean. You have Roblox puts. You have Roblox puts. What do you have? What's the expiration date? What's the strike price? $35? Is that the strike price? I'm confused by your post, my man. Not quite sure what we're talking about there. $35 put at a price of 2 cents. February 25th expiration. Oh man. Yeah, it's not the best selection there. Where should you have your orders at? Like where you should put the ask? No idea. No idea. Anything that I tell you there would be a bold-faced lie. Anything anybody would tell you would be a bold-faced lie. These puts expire tomorrow, so the time decay is hitting those hard. I don't know where you bought them. You know what I mean? I don't know where you bought these puts. You know, did you buy them there? Did you buy them here? I have no idea where you bought them. You know, Roblox is at new all-time lows. There's nothing to go off on the chart. Like, I can't tell you on the chart, hey, you know, watch this level, watch that level. Ideally now, you'd want to see Roblox hold under 4250s. You can see here it was support right here. Turned resistance so far in pre-market. So if it holds that level, maybe we go lower. Keep an eye on the SPY, see in the Q, see if they go lower. You might see Roblox dump. Hopefully you're not into big size. That was definitely not, you know, a good options contract to go after. especially if you got them yesterday. Guys, it's super, super, super important. Yeah, no. They're too far away out of the money. Even if you break 40, they wouldn't turn into gold. Guys, it's very, very important, especially with options, right? To learn to pick them properly. So look, here you go. Options course. That's the link to my options course for DTC Pro students. Take a look through that. All right. Okay, so we have Tesla IMPP INDO on watch, and it's already almost 8:40. So maybe it's time to jump into some of these news catalysts and take a look at everything. Crude's almost at 100. So let's jump in here and see what's going on. Okay. So global markets plunged Thursday after Russia launched an invasion of Ukraine in the early morning hours. Down, the S&P futures dropped more than 2% each. Nasdaq futures sank nearly 3%. Losses of this magnitude at the open would put the Nasdaq in bear market, as defined by declines of 20% or more from recent highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average on Wednesday joined the S&P 500 and Nasdaq in correction territory. The Dow and Nasdaq logged the fifth straight session of losses. The S&P 500 saw its losing streak extend to 4 sessions in a row. Investors sought to perceived safety of bonds, pushing prices higher and yields lower Thursday. The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield fell to 1.86. Oil prices surged above $100 a barrel for the first time since 2014. U.S. crude and international oil prices spiked more than 8% on Thursday, both topping $100 per barrel for the first time since 2014. Shares of American oil companies, including Chevron and ExxonMobil, were among the beneficiaries in pre-market trading. The reason for surges in energy prices is Russia is a major global producer of oil and natural gas, which surged 6% on Thursday. Let's see what else we have here. Gold jumps to over one-year highs as Bitcoin drops to 1 month low. Gold surged more than 3% on Thursday to more than $1,970 per ounce, the highest price in over a year. Like bonds, gold is seen as a haven in the times of geopolitical turmoil. Bitcoin, viewed in crypto circles as a store of value like gold, plunged nearly 7% on Thursday to a 1 month low around 35,100. The world's biggest digital cryptocurrency has been trading more like a tech stock recently. Very true. Now down about 50% from all-time highs of roughly 69,000 in early November. More than $150 billion has been wiped off the entire crypto market in the last 24 hours, according to CoinMarketCap. Biden to address the nation as Russia moves on Ukraine by air and land. Russia's wide-range attack Thursday on Ukraine, including airstrikes in cities and bases and ground movements. Ukraine government said Russian tanks and troops rolled across the border and accused Moscow of unleashing a full-scale war. Dictator Vladimir Putin said overnight that the goal of the special military operation in Ukraine is to... U.S. President Joe Biden is expected to address the nation Thursday afternoon ahead of the attack. The United States and other Western nations levied sanctions against Russia. A second wave of economically punitive measures is widely expected. NATO will further increase our presence in the eastern part of the alliance in the coming days and weeks, Secretary General Jens said Thursday. All right, so that's it there, guys. That's what's going on. Nothing else new. All right, so jobless claims came out. Let's take a look at those. All right, a lot of information out here today, guys. Initial filings for unemployment insurance totaled 232,000 for the week ended February 19th. The Labor Department said That was on touch below the 235,000 Dow Jones estimate and down 17,000 from previous week. On the job side, continuing claims which run a week behind the headline number totaled 1.48 million, a decline of 112,000 from the previous week, and good for the lowest total since March 14th, 1970. All right, so decent job numbers there. We got war on the other side of the world. Everything's insane. Insane, guys. Thank you very much for hitting the like button, guys. I see that. I appreciate it. So we got 31 people watching the stream and 30 likes. Really appreciate that very much. Let's go ahead and jump into the SPY here. Let's start taking a look at some levels. We're getting a little bounce back off of 410 right now. Let's start getting ready to put this one on here. So 410, not really anything big as far as bounce areas goes on the SPY at this level. We're gonna have to zoom in here. We got a little bit of support back here at 410. I actually was eyeing this last night. Not on this chart. I was actually doing it on my phone. So here's 410. Look at all these 410 supports we had. When was this? This was last year, April. This was last year in the springtime. Okay? Look at 410 last year in the springtime. Showing its face here at April, May, more May. That's all 410. And today, so far in pre-market, where have we found support? 410.09 is the low in pre-market. So we found that support there so far at 410. So I think that might be the level to keep on watch today. 410. If 410 does not hold support, we do have room to fall back down to 405. All right. Under 405, we have a low here of 403.38, which would be a gap entry point that should take it to 400. That 400 and change area. But I think now that we have, I don't know, I think now that we have clear news already, right? It's like the market before didn't know. It was like, oh, are they gonna invade? Is Russia gonna invade? Yes, no, maybe. What's going on? Market doesn't like that, right? That's why those headlines would come across and market would react. Now it knows Russia invaded. What do we get? Boom. Right? So now what's left? Well, will we just bear flag it? Will we just bear flag it? Or will we bounce off of 410 here? Look at this. Or will we bounce just off of 410 here and make a little run back towards like 415, 420, right? That would be the level to watch on the SPY. A bounce back up into that 420 possibly could be, you know, some resistance. There's your 420. Here's 410. Here's 420, right? So that's what we want to watch today. Will we just bear flag and go lower, break down and go lower to 405 and then 400? Or will we bounce back and go into 415, 420 before finding resistance again? That's going to be what we want to look for. So let me write this up here in the watch list. SPY, watching for 410 to hold support for a bounce possibly back into 415 to 420. I would expect 420 resistance. Then you have, thank you. Then you have 410. So, or 410 breaks down, becomes resistance. We have room to fall to 405. So to 400 to 405 area. Okay, so that's what I'm watching on the SPY. I'm watching for 410 to hold support for a bounce back up into 415, possibly 420. I expect that level to hold resistance. Or I'm watching for 410 to break down then show up as resistance for the downside to 400 to 405. So as traders, we got to be able to be nimble and move with that. That's why I said earlier, remember I said earlier, I was like, guys, you want to watch for confirmation today. Confirmation is key. It's going to be key this morning. All right, so that's what I'm watching on the SPY. Psycho Fitness says BBIG. Oh man, you have calls on BBIG? Well, at least they're a month out. So that's, you got some time on that. Oh, 450 strike? That's rough. Guys, you really have to, like I was saying earlier, you really have to get yourself into the options course so you can learn how to pick these options better. Here you go. I hope you're not oversized on that at all. You have 225 possible, 220 possible support. Support there. Support there. Support there. So hopefully today you get some support there. In the past it was support there. So there is a crucial level. But man, I don't know. I don't know that those are ever going to be a thing. 450 strike. When will the shorts squeeze? The shorts on what? If I eat more cookies, my shorts will squeeze. I freaking love chocolate chip cookies. But seriously, shorts on what? Rustar, at least it's a company that, you know, you'll probably find 10 years from now, right? But BBIG calls that expire a month from now. It's good because there's a lot of time on there, but 450 strike and we're at 225. That's rough. And see, with shares, you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about time decay either, right? Expiration, etc. Yeah, overnight swings lately is what I've been telling everybody in the Discord, guys. Overnight swings lately, you are at the risk of headline news, right? Of headline risk coming out and setting the market against you. So it's a very, very rough time. Very, very rough time. So when will the shorts squeeze on the SPY? There's not going to be any such thing. There's no new all-time highs in the SPY this year. I've been saying it since December. I said it very first week of January, I think it was. You know what? Let's go take a look because it's on Twitter. Now, I say that with a lot of certitude. Obviously, things can change and I could be wrong. But I'm really confident that there's no new all-time highs on the SPY this year. Yeah, on January 4th, I posted on Twitter, a lot of $20 course pretend investors and traders are about to learn a big lesson this year. When they buy the wrong dip expecting a fast bounce, 2022 is a wake-up call where a lot of fake fools will disappear. That's on Twitter. I don't know if you could see it there. Dan, good morning. Roger that, Rostar. Good. Guys, I'm going to be doing some lessons probably, what's today, Thursday? Probably today and tomorrow I'm going to be doing some, or specifically maybe tomorrow I'm going to be doing some lessons. We do live lessons every day in chat. After we're done trading in the morning, right before lunch, we do live recaps and live lessons. Then we go to lunch and then at 2 p.m. I get back on the microphone in the Discord, in the live Discord. And probably tomorrow leading into next week, I'm going to be all about talking about long-term investing when the market crashes like this. Okay, so if you want to be a part of that, here you go. You can grab 30 days free access and join us. Give me a second here. Going to take a sip of my Cuban coffee. Oh my God, that's so delicious. That is delicious. Okay, so we got Tesla, IMPP, INDO on watch. Let's check out here. We have the SPY. Let's check out NVIDIA real quick. So NVIDIA they're at a pretty important level as well. That 205 zone's been holding up pretty decently. You can see previous resistance there, previous resistance back here, right? Turn support just above it right here. Now we're right at it. If that level breaks down, you might have room down here to 195 or so. So you might have room to 195 there. Dan, you love Cuban coffee? Yep, so do I. It's awesome. So let's see here. Okay, so on NVIDIA, you could watch that, see if 205 holds support. My main watch today is going to probably be the SPY and Tesla. NVIDIA watching 205 to hold support. But if it breaks down and becomes resistance, there is room to the 195 area. All right, so we got Tesla, IMPP on watch, INDO, SPY, and NVIDIA here on the watch list. You guys have anything else you want me to take a look at for you? All right, so if there's nothing left, if you guys have no other questions, then I'll put the final touches on this watch list here. Today's Thursday. Typically on Fridays, I don't do streams in the morning here on YouTube. We'll see tomorrow. Maybe I'll do one. If not, then I'll be back on Monday again. This was a short week, so it feels like we didn't do a whole lot this week, but nonetheless, it's been a good week P&L wise. And we've been doing well. We caught some SPY puts earlier in the week. We caught Tesla puts yesterday. So it's been a really, really good week. I'm looking forward to today building off of that and then ending the week strong tomorrow. We'll see what the SPY wants to do today. We already know what we're watching. We already know the levels. I'll put the final touches and pieces of news on the watch list, and then we'll go ahead and get that sent out to your inbox, to your email. I don't know if some of you guys might be new. I see some new people in here today. If you want the watch list sent to your inbox, you could just fill out your email there and we'll get the watch list sent over to you. Mike, you want me to take a look at TEL? No problem. The unfortunate thing here on TEL is it's underneath the 100-day and the 200-day moving average. Definitely finding resistance there. You have a lot of resistance here around 340 as well. This 320s area was also a previous 330 previous level of support back here. You got resistance back here. Yeah, it's not really the cleanest chart right now. This thing was interesting. This thing is interesting if it can get itself up here, right? If it can get itself up here, then you could expect maybe a little move towards 5 eventually. But right now it's in a tough spot. Right now, it's in a tough spot for sure. All right. So, all right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put the final touches on this, get it sent out. Any last minute questions, drop them there in chat. And if not, then I'll catch you all over on the Discord if you're a DTC Lite or a DTC Pro member. If not, then I will see you probably Monday when we get back to things. Let me put some final touches on this. And we'll get straight to work. All right. Today is Thursday. Guys, today there will be a new video coming out here on my channel as well. So make sure to hit the notification bell so you're alerted when my video drops. I drop new videos Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. All right. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So be careful out there today. Stick to your stop losses. Stick to your trade plans. All right. Do not be overly anxious. Control those emotions. Today's a day where emotions can be extremely heightened. Try to trade like a computer algorithm. Try to get those emotions out of the equation. You can do that or to help yourself do that. Drop your share size. your position size down some so that there's less emotions in that trade. All right, good luck out there. Stay disciplined. Any questions, swing on by the Discord if you like. There's a pinned tweet there at the top. You can join the Discord where you can, it's just no stream section for free if you like, okay? Good luck out there. Stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very, very soon. Peace out.